3. This week you're going to be reading 2 chapters in our textbook. So from Hackman and Johnson, you're going to read chapters 3 and 4. And then your major focus this week is, again, another discussion board, but this time instead of it being introductory and very free-flowing, this is a little bit more directed and specifically allowing you to apply the content from chapters 3 and 4. So before you dive into watching the Zappos video and watching the Google video clips that are located in this week's modules and prepare a discussion board post, you must have read chapters 3 or 4, or this is going to negatively impact your grade. Right? So unlike the first discussion board, when you're able to just kind of freely introduce yourself, include what you wanted, I want you to make sure you reference Module 3 tasks document, so you have specific questions for you to respond to in your original response, in your original post. Right? So it's going to ask you to apply Hershey and Blanchard, for example. This is going to be more of an essay format. I believe I ask you to do a minimum of 3 substantive paragraphs in response. So that first original response, so again, it needs to be well articulated. It needs to apply the information presented in chapters 3 and 4. You're going to have more direction when you look at the Module 3 task document, but that original response has to be posted by 11:59 on Friday evening. That is worth up to 25 points, which is half the points for this particular discussion board. After that, you're going to respond to at least 5 of your peers. And this time you're going to be put in small groups, so it's more manageable in terms of the responses. You'll have to respond to 5 of them, again, substantively. That means going beyond I agree or me too or great response. You're really going to engage in discussion. So think about in the classroom setting where you're able to substantively agree. So acknowledge all of the points why you can shake your head and agree with what one of your peers have said, or respectfully present another point of view. Right? And in these responses, I'm going to expect to see references to the chapters. Right? So this is an opportunity for you to, after you have read the information and made sense of it, to synthesize it and apply it in a meaningful way. Right? So again, those final 5 posts are going to be in by 11:59 on Sunday evening. Those are worth up to 25 points. So at the minimum to be considered for full credit for week 3, you are going to make sure you have 1 original post that is done by 11:59 on Friday evening, 5 additional posts that are substantive in nature responding to peers by 11:59 p.m. on Sunday evening.